when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 55 of the Sing When You're Winning, a Fantasy Football League Oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast to run this week, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Steve and we've got Jersey Chris. Morning, everybody.
Good evening.
Evening, morning. Well, there's live goals going in this Friday morning as well, so I imagine Jersey Chris has got some football on in the background, so you can tell us when the goals are going. But it's Halloween this morning. You'll be pleased to know. So as it's Halloween, there might be a few dodgy sound effects coming in throughout the course of this pod. You can look forward to that, and we have some Halloween-related nonsense towards the end as well. But what's the scariest thing you've ever seen on a football pitch? Anyone want to start? What's the scariest thing you've ever seen on a football pitch? And be kind. I think it's what we need to say. It could be a scariest action that you've seen rather than a thing or a person. But anyway.
I'll say Roy Keane on Alfinger Haaland when Roy Keane went to injure him, went down.
Allegedly, can't we?
And then Keane got him back. But yeah, that's scary.
That was pretty scary. You're right.
Do you want one from me now?
Yeah, I do.
I
don't need a pad.
I've seen Steve Evans in shorts on Elland Road and a sombrero.
That's pretty damn scary, I imagine. Yeah.
Few strippers.
Well,
streakers, sorry. Rather than strippers.
Oh, yes.
And they're generally male ones.
Yeah, very scary.
Not very pleasant.
Yes. Cool. Well, yeah, I imagine they are all scary things. I think the scariest thing I saw on a football pitch was Mr. Q at Darlington, the mascot, because he was genuinely the scary. You wouldn't have, not Mr. Q personally, I care if I would say this, but he just looked a bit freaky, to be fair. So it was all a little bit strange.
What does Mr. Q look like?
Well, if you Google Mr. Q, you go, he looks all right. But it was like up close, he had this like really solid head. It was like, it wasn't, a lot of them are like soft kind of thing. Mr. Q was like, I think if you went to punch Mr. Q, you'd probably break your fist or something like that. It was just a little bit too shiny and solid. I feel I'm getting on a dodgy ground. I need to move on.
It sounds like a very strange description, all of what you just said.
But yeah, Google Mr. Q.
Could be describing another.
That's Mr. Q. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Very strange. So I think he's probably the scariest thing I've ever seen on a football pitch. But anyway, good Darlow fans there. Anyway, let's get on with this nonsense and let's meet this week's guest, and we'll ask him. Hopefully he's been thinking about the scariest thing that he's seen on a football pitch as well. But yes, Spellinger's in his 16th FPL season. He's a founding member of Sing When You're Winning. And let's give a warm Sing When You're Winning podcast welcome to Mr. Stu Dunn.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You have to say no relation to Steve at this point.
No relation.
No relation, as people are probably picking up from the accent.
Yeah, there's a few hundred miles between us.
How are you doing, Stu, anyway?
I'm good, considering how crap the weather's been today. It's dark, it's cold, winter's on its way. A bit like my fantasy football team. Absolute shite.
Same. Yeah.
So, yeah, not great.
Things can only. What's the scariest thing you've seen on a football pitch? Then have you got a scariest thing?
Paul Butler's ass. That's a huge thing to get over. When we played Paul Butler, he used to play centre back for Leeds.
Yeah.
When we were in what, Division 1. And he was just a mountain. How he played professional football, I don't know. If you witness that live, you're pretty scared.
I'll have to Google him next as well. We'll go for Mr. Q.
I think he played for Wolves as well. I think, didn't he? I think we got him off Wolves.
Yeah.
I watched him play when I took the wife to go and watch her first ever game of football against Luton at Kenilworth Road. Sat in the Luton end. We got destroyed 5-1, I think, and it was just awful. Paul Butler, Sean Gregan, horrible football.
Yeah.
Memories are not worth thinking about.
Well, I was going to ask you a little bit later on about your highs and lows. I think we might have just got your low of Leeds right there.
I don't know. There's been a few
from the off. Well, should we have a look at your?
I remember seeing Warren Barton's arse. Now you mentioned that, actually, Warren Barton was going to take a throw at Elland Road, and then he was getting a bit of abuse, so he just pulled a Mooney at the crowd. Can't do that kind of thing now, can you?
You certainly can't. So I like the way we've started with arses quite early on as well.
You wanted scary stuff. You're the one who started it.
It is. But I didn't think this was going to head to scary arses, to be fair.
Oh, right, okay.
Anything can happen on a Friday morning. Let's move on then. Let's look at your history then in Sing When You're In, Stu. You finished 4th in 2018 before being champions in 2019, tied on 82 points with Eds Chesters, and you scored 197 more than Eds that season as well. But you finished 17th in the COVID hit 2020, back up to 5th in 2021, 4th in 2022, 19th in 2023, and we're not going to talk about what happened in 2024, are we, Steve? No point.
Just read what the
it says relegated championship in 24th place alongside me and then defending champion Lee Cooper. It's a shame that Lee's not here. You'd had the hat trick on this week's show. But last season you were 5th in the championship, missed out on playoffs, and this season you won the August Manager of the Month, but have since plummeted to 17th place. It says.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. Massive roller coaster. So the champion win, I'll take that really gracefully because Eds was the better player that season.
Yeah.
And I had one lucky week where my opponent basically swapped his whole team out, as Ed picked up on a couple of weeks ago. So he should have won that season.
Well, it goes over a full season, though, doesn't it? It's not just one game.
It's not one game, but that was 3 points given to me. And he was the better player over the year. But I'll take it.
Well, Ed's still got his beef, hasn't he, around that? And we'll continue. Did he mention that when you went to see the Blue Tones last week, Steve?
No, he was all right. He's fine. He's got over it, I'm sure.
Yeah. He's got over it. He's used this pod as therapy. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Brilliant. All right. Shall we look back? Shall we look back on game week 9 then? We shall start with sheep. And the two people that you need to have in your team as constants over the last couple of weeks is Rhea and Gabrielle. So if you've got both of those in, you're in good company. I don't think I've got either, which probably says a lot about where I am in the league. And Mbeumo has become the number 1 midfielder that everyone should have in the team. And Mateta, everyone's going for up front as well. So there's those. And
get out of my club.
I'll have some caution on this one because last week in Get Out of My Club, Van der Ven was mentioned. And I foolishly dropped him to the bench. And if I hadn't, I'd have beaten Lee Cooper, so I'm a bit annoyed about that. But anyway, the people are getting rid of this week are Sanchez, Van Dijk, Reindeers, and João Pedro, who I think everyone, if you've still got João Pedro in your team, you need to lose him because he's doing nothing. I think it's fair to say. I'm praised by the chairman. This is very impressive. Vicky Sparks scored a high of 92 and was game week ranked 6,603rd. Out of 11, almost 12 million people. So that is very impressive. And sacked in the morning is Marty Longstaff, 26. And he scored 26, and that was 11,918,907th. That's very, very low. So yeah, the two extremes. But yeah, Steve, do you want to share more around what happened in game week 9 of Sing When You're Winning.
Yeah, and Vicky was bottom of the League One as well, so it was a much needed victory as well.
Huge goal.
So, as James just touched upon, Van der Ven was the big decider, a hero to some and a villain to many. In the Premier League, the highest score was 73 for Steve Taylor, which was his second win in a row, having not won all season. So he's off and running. He was playing against Tom Gregory, who had a pretty low score of 32. Ed Chester's got the lowest in the division. He got 24, which is slightly less than Marty, but he did take a -4 hit, so he was actually a bit higher. He lost to Chris Payne, who got 62. Rich Archer lost against Dan Stewart, so that'll have cheered Dan up, I'm sure. Ben Shires won, but it was very lucky. He beat Nikolai Costa-Waldau 36-32. Chris, you lost, sadly, 2 points. Painful when you're down at the bottom, isn't it?
Can't buy a win.
You lost 38-40 to Paul Chambers Tonner, and I beat Andrew Chester, which was lovely again. That's 6 wins in a row for me now.
Flying.
Take those tips off me, boys. Tell you.
I'm going to sack myself.
The league tables there. Adam Devlin's top with 24 points. Richard Archer is second with 21. Paul Chambers Tonner, who beat Chris, is third with 19. And I'm fourth still, 19 points.
Excellent stuff.
Down at the bottom, quite a few teams on 9. Neil Martin's got 9. Ed Chester's got 9. Nikolai's got 9. And Andrew Chester has 9. The bottom relegation zone, Steve Taylor off the bottom now, he's got 6. You, Chris, sadly, 6 as well. And Tim Ward is bottom now with 6 points. Comments wise, we've got a few. We've got Dan Stewart said, don't know how I won that. It was pretty fluky, and I took a -4. So he's obviously happy with that. Ben Shires, who just beat Nikolai, said, I can't believe I won, although it was a dreadful performance. And Andrew Chester, having lost to me, and he had 3 Arsenal defenders, I'd like to point out, so it was a bit of a worry. And I still beat him quite comfortably, so I don't know who the rest of his team were. He said,
probably.
this can't go on, said Andrew.
Oh.
And then we had a message from Alistair Bruce Ball. He said, yes, a week of dreadful decisions. I sold Bruno Fernandes for Paqueta last week, which was insanity, and I benched Rodon this week. I was planning to bench boost, then Arteta was playing silly buggers about Gabriel, so I bottled it. Rodon should have started ahead of Reinders anyway. I didn't even see that Leon had him in his squad, which obviously would have been another reason to start him because our squads are very similar. And then to make matters worse, he even told his son to sell Van der Ven for Reece James. And his son is apparently not talking to him at the moment. So.
Wow. It was last week, though, was to get rid of him. So there you go.
Yep. Followed the crowd.
He did.
In the championship, then, the top score was Phil Pinder, who got 75 to beat a pretty rich Pipes, who got 66. Others that were lucky there were Michelle Jenkins got a 69 and beat Michelle's 57. I think Michelle was winning quite comfortably till Cole had Van der Ven. So
Van der Ven everywhere.
She won't been too happy about that. Lee Cooper beat you, Jamie, fairly comfortably, 67-44.
Told you, Van der Ven and Vicario dropped them for the first time in weeks. Oh, I'll teach me.
Fancy Lee not turning up when he's beating you comfortably as well.
Exactly. Well, Spurs are playing this Friday morning, aren't they? So he's probably watching that.
Stu, you got beaten quite comfortably as well. Pretty poor, 35.
I know.
Lose 59 to Jamie Hurst. Alistair Griffin lost his first game of the season. 45-60 to Henry Mullen. And there was matching wins down there for Rich Lay versus Swanee and Lee Nicholson versus John Gregory. Both of them won 39-38.
Weird.
Very strange.
Why couldn't I draw on those people last week if people were winning on 39? Shocking.
This is the luck. I mean, all of those people would have beaten Stu still. So.
Yeah. I'm having an absolute shocking season.
Well, it's black and white with you, Stu. Looking at those old tables, you're either doing really well at the top, or are you really down at the bottom? That is a...
No, I'm really contemplating doing a Dave and just taking a -24 this week.
Have you got no chips left?
I have, but only the free hit and the triple captain. But
yeah,
looking at my
You haven't got
squads,
many more weeks to use them, though. You've only got about 5-6
No,
weeks
yeah,
left
get
to
'em.
use them, haven't you?
Get them blown.
And you get the 5 free transfers around AFCON. So, yeah, I would use one of them.
We should just mention Lee Nicholson there, who's had a pretty nasty fall on holiday in his bath and he's broke 4 ribs.
Oh,
And so I think he's in quite a bit of pain. So I imagine that was a painful flight home for Lee there. So
get well soon.
Get well there, Lee. League table-wise, Joe Derrick is the new leader, 24 points. His rival, Alistair Griffin, slips down to 22 points. And in the playoffs, Alex Renton, 18, Henry Mullen, 18, Phil Pinder, 18, and Lee Nicholson with 16 points. Down at the bottom, a few teams on 9 points. Michelle has 9 points now. She's dropped down to the bottom. Stu, you're just outside the relegation with 9 points. Rich Pipes is in the relegation zone with 9 points. Then is Swanee with 7 points. And Col Jenkins still bottom, but he's got 6 points now, so he's catching up. Comments there. Joe Derrick said, "Oh no, poor Alistair." Henry, similar theme, said, "Ooh, Griffin's on the slide."
Pressure.
Cole sent us a WhatsApp, so I'll just find that. Cole, quite a lengthy little mention. He says he's not worried about his league position. He's bringing back the glory days, he says. I don't know if he's ever had any glory days, but anyway. And he said, when asked about his latest victory, the manager made a statement, "We bagged our second win of the season," proving that even sleepy old men can outwit the algorithm when armed with coffee and last-minute transfers. The team is looking up at the league table like a toddler in new gazelles. Confident, slightly chaotic, but undeniably effective. Hats off to Michelle and MGAFC, who took the defeat with the grace of somebody watching their captain blank. It was a clash of titans, or at least titans who occasionally forget deadlines. Here's to more drama, banter, and fewer bench points wasted.
It's fighting talk there from Cole.
Indeed. And Alistair Griffin actually did some... He's quite happy to have lost. He says he feels far more comfortable now.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We'll see how comfortable he is if he wins this weekend, won't he?
The pressure off. Everybody's lost a game now.
Yeah.
League One, the high there, as we've already mentioned, was a bench-boosted Vicky Sparks' 92 to play Phil Quar. She didn't need it because Phil only got 30. And Vicky had 31 points on the bench for that bench boost as well. She had Dubravka, Mbuemo, Kirkes, and Kuna on the bench.
Wow, Mbuemo.
Paul Spence got a 77. He beat Ben Hope's 45. Mostly 30s and 40s everywhere else in the league. But that meant good top-end wins for Tim Bresnan against Sophie Ridge. And Dave Atkins versus Pete Martini. And Ben Hallowell beat Mike Bushell. Do you like that, Jamie? I thought I'd just go a little...
very good. Thank you, yeah.
And... Like Steve Taylor in the Premier League, Nigel Clark has also won 2 in a row now, having not won all season. So he beat Andy Cousins 34-32.
High scorers there, good.
League tables wise, Ben Halloween is 24 points at the top. Dave Atkins 21 points. Ben Hope is 18 points. Steve Wybrandt 18 points. Mark Morris is in the playoffs now at 18 points. And Mike Bushell drops to 16 points. Down at the bottom, Stu Kelly's got 9 points, but the relegation zone is Nathan Clark with 9, Vicky Sparks with 6 now, Nigel Clark with 6, and bottom now is Craig Wilson with 4 points. Comments there, we've got one from Anton Witter. And he is very pleased with his progress since taking drastic action a couple of weeks ago and has had 2 wins since. And his only rant is that he expected more from Haaland this week, although, to be fair, Jonas had him as captain too, as most did, so he was okay with that. Mm-hmm. Dave Atkins, we have a voice note from.
Bushell is beaten. Every fader was up this week except Michael's, which slipped down to 6th.
Very good.
And Ben Hope said he got battered. Now, I don't know whether that meant his team lost badly or it was he put a little message on the group chat saying something about "I'm coming home soon, love. Do you want anything bringing home?" So maybe he's meaning the battered fish.
Did he really put a voice note on the group chat?
No, it was a typed one.
Oh.
Coming home now. Do you want me to bring anything? Kiss, kiss.
Oh, I so wish that had been a voice note that you could have played out on here.
Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, that would have been
brilliant.
Yeah. A few people did notice it anyway. Yeah. I don't think he even deleted it, just left it.
Well, yeah, just own it. I would say
so. Conference League wise, Alfie Witter got 87 on his way to being manager of the month there as well. And he beat Indy Hawks, who got 42. Alfie, congratulations. That's robbed me of the manager of the month as well, actually.
Yeah, but have you not had enough potion cola or something like that?
I've never won it. I've never
have
won.
You not? I thought you had.
I've won a few manager of the months, but I've never had a potions cauldron cola or rum. Stu's got one. Chris has got one.
Yeah.
Have you ever won one, Jamie?
Our time might come.
It might, but I mean,
it's really good.
There's even cola fizzes you get now as well. Last week's guest, Adam Pope, he played his free hit actually after all our advice about playing his wild card. He played his free hit, and he drew 42 all with rock bottom Chesney Hawks. The 4th point of the season for Chesney. That good top end wins for Jack Bandera against Marty Longstaff, although Jack only got 39 against Marty's 26. It was the lowest we've already mentioned. Neil Poynton beat Duke Witter 49-47. George Pearson beat the Finvincibles 54-46. And Joe Singleton beat Maddox 48-47.
Wow.
Finn Dunn's top of that league still. He's got 21 points. Jack Bandera's got 21 points. George Pearson's got 18. Mikey Austin Riley's got 18. Joe Singleton has 18. Maddox has 18, although he's dropped down the table a bit. And Marty Longstaff has 18. The bottom 3, Ben Taylor, 6 points. Becky Bass with 6 points. And rock bottom is still Chesney with 4 points. We should also mention Becky Bass, give our best wishes to her. She's, as she said when she was on the pod last year, she'd had a bad injury and she'd come back from it. She's now torn a meniscus and her ACL, so she's going to be out for quite a while again for some more surgery. So
get well soon.
Best luck with that, Becky. Comments there. We've got Chris Murray. We've got a voice message from Chris.
Mickey Vander.
Absolute filth. I've had to edit that. I'm not having that word on this pod. I'm sorry.
We've got one from Maddox Jones, a poem.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
This is my poem to Van der Ven after he ruined my Sunday. I woke up dreaming of green arrows, captain's band shining bright. But by Sunday night's disaster, you turned my joy to spite. Oh, Van der Ven, you ruined my Sunday again. 2 goals, 2 daggers right through my FPL brain. You run like a stallion, defend like a wall, but I curse your clean sheet most of all. Your Spurs silver bullet, I'll give you that, my friend. But when you hit that header in, I knew it was the end. My rival's bench was laughing. My team sheet cried in pain. Oh, Van der Ven, may you never score again.
Mikey Austin Riley said, thank God Maddox lost. He was insufferable last week.
Well, I think Maddox should turn his little poem into a song. Do it live or something like that.
Yeah, well, maybe that's how he writes his songs. Who knows?
Uses ChatGPT. Well, everyone's learned from this pod how good ChatGPT is.
Yeah.
So.
George Pearson said, whatever the opposite of second season syndrome is, I've got it, because he's doing quite well this season.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because Grace isn't there with him anymore. And Popey from last week said his free hit let him down and every single big player didn't turn up for him.
Oh.
And that rounds up all that for this week.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Should we have a preview of game week 10 then? But before we do that, according as we know, I always look on the app to see what the scout on the app is saying, and they're all talking about getting on Crystal Palace players for the next 6 games, which isn't a bad shout, because the next 3 home matches in the next 4 game weeks are against Brentford, Brighton, and Manchester United, and the 3 away trips are Wolves, Burnley, and Fulham. So
they are beating Liverpool 2-0.
They are being excellent
Really?
Friday morning. So there we go.
Yeah.
So yes, 6 games. So yeah, if you haven't got any Palace players in your side, whack them in. I think it's probably fair to say.
I've got 2, but I've got Richards, and he seems to be he's flagged up as injured now. So,
well,
so
yeah,
I have to switch him for somebody.
I've
Don't mind bringing Sarr in. Sarr might be an interesting one.
Yeah, you've got to fancy them, especially against the likes of Wolves and Burnley, I would say.
Brentford's not so easy, is it really?
No, Brentford, you never know which team's going to turn up.
Nice package at the moment, aren't they?
But yes, so that's the top tip. Get on the Palace players if you haven't already. And let's have a look at last week's fixture predictions. Talking of Brentford, I went 3-2 Brentford against Liverpool and was absolutely bang on.
Amazing.
So we should put some money on that. And Leeds, West Ham, Chris, you went 2-1. So you were absolutely bang on with that as well. And Bournemouth, Forest, Steve, you were the closest. You went 2-1. The actual score was 2-0.
Amazing.
So yeah, if people listen to this pod and listen to us, they can, if they are into betting, gamble responsibly, folks, you could win some money. So let's have a look at this week's Who the Hell Knows fixtures. We're going to go late Saturday night. I think it's 7:45, 8 o'clock kickoff. Liverpool Villa. So over to you, Stu. What do you think?
Villa seem to be picking up points all of a sudden after quite a ropey start. So Liverpool can't keep a clean sheet. Look dicey. I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay. Not a bad shot. I thought Villa were pretty good on Sunday, to be fair. I was watching that stupid Sky multi-screen thing, so you can't follow every game perfectly, but it did feel like
it's awful, isn't it? It's awful. I watched that as well.
I like the idea of it at first, but I must admit I had a headache at halftime. I was like, I had motion sickness at halftime.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a bit weird.
It took me a while to work out what the commentators were on about. I thought they're commentating on one match or just all of them, and then they're just blabbing on, and then there's a goal here, and they're not even on big screen. It's going in a little screen, and it's just disorganized, and I couldn't get on with it. I had to switch one game.
It was the idea was probably better. I liked the idea at first, but by the second half, I'd picked a game. I think I put the Man City game on in the end and started watching that in a bit more detail. But yeah, I thought Villa were pretty, considering the team that lost to Sunderland recently, they were a completely different side. So yeah, but we're going 2-2, Stu. I'm going to go. I think Villa, although it's at Liverpool, I think Villa probably will add to the misery. And I'm going to go for 3-1 Villa, which sounds stupid. But you never know. Steve, what do you think?
I'll go with Liverpool. Have got to come good at some point, haven't they? So I'm going to go 2-1 to Liverpool.
Good stuff. And Chris, how about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a Villa win again. They started slow, but they seem to have got things going again now, haven't they? So, yeah, pile on the misery for Liverpool fans. 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa. And if that did happen, do we reckon Slot's on his way out?
Well,
who's out there?
Brendan Rodgers.
Big Ange.
Steven Gerrard, time to come home.
Yeah. That would be backward steps, wouldn't they?
It would be majorly backward steps, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, I think I said last week, I quite like Liverpool. I just don't particularly like Slot, so I'm quite enjoying the misery that they're going through. But yeah, you would say if it was any other manager, you'd think they'd be being questioned right now. I think if Man U had been on that run, for example, everyone would be talking every second of the day to get rid of Amorim, and Slot seems to be getting a bit of an easy time with the press.
Yeah, I think probably. Well, there's a lot of talk of the psychological effects of the Jota thing going on, isn't there? That's
There
what
is
they're
that. Yes, very true.
mentioning that, and but then when they were winning at the start of the season, they weren't playing particularly well, were they? So, but they were getting results. But now, just need to pick up some results somewhere, don't they? All right, the team's trying to gel, but they've got a lot of new players, haven't they? So,
well, he's completely rested his first team tonight. He's put like his kids and resis in, so he's obviously going to take the game on Saturday very seriously.
Yeah,
points, but yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to lose again.
It's almost as if Isak's upset the rhythm they had in August. They were playing with Bekatika up front, looked good.
Yeah.
Now they've brought Isak in, it's just gone. It isn't working.
Too many players, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. When you've spent that much money on a player, though, can you drop those people? So, like, is there a thing that they're saying? Well, actually, we'd quite like to drop Isak, but you've spent that much money on him. He's fit. You keep playing him and expect him to come off at some point.
It's like Wirtz, isn't it? They spent nearly 90 million on Wirtz.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look like a 90 million pound player.
No, but it's obviously someone. I mean, they used to rotate a lot last year with Gakpo and Jota and Darwin, didn't they? They used to swap them around all the time, didn't they? So it's only similar sort of numbers of players that they're swapping around, and just need Wirtz to sort of get going, really, don't they? Where they're going to play him as a 10 or can't play him instead of Salah, can they? So.
No. Although his goal at the weekend was cracking, wasn't it? But other than that, he's not been the same player this season. But again, they're saying what happened over the summer with Jota has affected Salah quite a bit. They were saying, so that's possibly telling.
And I think he must have an eye on the AFCON because it'll probably be his last AFCON. He must be thinking, this is my last chance to do well in that. So he's probably saving himself a little bit.
But yes, we'll see what happens. So, Steve, you're the only one going for a Liverpool win late Saturday night. We shall see. Right, Sunderland, Everton, Monday Night Football is the next game we're going to go for.
Ooh,
Steve,
I would like Everton to win. Sunderland have won enough for now. Did you say, is it at Everton or Sunderland?
It's at Sunderland, Monday Night Football.
1-1, I'll hope for.
You'll hope for.
That's what I was going to go for.
You're going for that as well, are you, Chris?
I was, but I'm going to change my mind now. I'm going to go for. I think Everton can do it, actually. Yeah, Grealish, 2-1 Everton against Sunderland.
All right. Stu, how about you? What's your thoughts on Sunderland this season?
They're doing well, aren't they? Considering the amount of new players they've brought in.
Yeah.
And they've gelled really well.
Yeah.
Everton look dire again. They look toothless up front. So I think Sunderland's begrudgingly will win 2-0.
2-0, right.
God, they'll be top then, man.
Yeah, Stu, probably right tonight.
Monday Night Football, others will have won, no doubt. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised at how well Sunderland are doing. But to be fair to them, they're getting the results, and it's a results business, as they say. But I also think Sunderland will, at home on a Monday night. I can't see them losing. To be fair, I'd probably go 1-0, maybe. But I can't see them losing at home to Everton. We shall see. And the other game is Super Sunday, Man City, Bournemouth.
Ooh, that should be a tasty game, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to kick off then, Steve, with that one?
Oh, Man City and Bournemouth. That literally could be anything. I will go with a very entertaining 3-1 to somebody.
Well, this is the key. Is it City or is it Bournemouth?
I'll go with Man City, but it could easily be Bournemouth.
I'm going to go 3-1 Bournemouth then, just because you went that way. I think Bournemouth will probably do City if City played like they did at the weekend. Stu, how about you?
Again, could be anything. 3 each. Could be 0-0. So let's go 3 each.
You're going for a draw. Good stuff. And Chris?
Well, I've already done 2-1s, so I'm going to go for my third 2-1 and it's for City.
City, okay. So you've gone for 2 away 2-1s and 1 home 2-1. Well, as we say every week, who the hell knows? And we will find out at the weekend. But yeah, some decent games on Sky over the weekend.
That was a perfect example of who the hell knows, wasn't it? Because none of us have got any idea.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a well-named feature, I think it's fair to say. Right, Stu, let's have a bit more of a chat with you then. Not surprisingly to those who listen in very regularly to the pod and know the league very well, you're a Leeds United fan.
I am, my sins.
So I'll ask you the question I ask everybody or every other guest, it seems, recently, but why Leeds? Why did you support Leeds United?
I grew up in a town where everyone supported Man United. Never really liked Man United. My old man was a Man United fan. How'd you piss your old man off? Support their biggest rivals. So it was Leeds, and we were awful. We were in the second division at the time, or the old second division. It's the start of the Wilkinson era.
Yeah.
And then obviously got promoted to old Division 1, and then won it the following season, and that was about it for a few years. But yeah, it's been roller coaster up and down with Leeds, isn't it? As Steve and Chris will both know, it's pain or pleasure. There's nothing in between.
Yeah, I think most football fans can relate to that. Really, it's generally misery, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Middlesbrough's certainly like that.
Leeds don't have many seasons where nothing's happening. I wouldn't have said.
I know there's always something going on. We're always something embarrassing.
Yeah, so we're getting relegated up or going for promotion.
Or just doing something embarrassing. Let's bring a new badge out and something.
Lino. Ken Bates. Move on.
Yeah. It's exciting at times. This season's quite enjoying this season. I thought we're doing better than what we on paper should be doing. We could improve with the way we play. I think Calvert-Lewin's doing so well for the team with his knockdowns and holding and movement, but there's no one running onto it to actually put the ball in the back of the net where we've got that far up the pitch.
And what's your thoughts on Farker? Are you a fan?
I think he needs to change his team every now and again. I think this is the first. Against West Ham was the first time he actually made some starting changes.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. It's a bit almost like when Bielsa was telling his press conference his first 11 on a Wednesday, and it's like, well, we've got 3 days now to prepare. There's no surprise almost.
Yeah.
You're playing the same team each week. It gets predictable. But fair play to him. He's done the last 2 seasons. He's done really well, and he deserves his chance.
Yeah, I think he's doing well. I mean, when he got promoted with Norwich, he didn't really do anything, and he was getting those questions that he couldn't. He wasn't one of those managers who could do it at the top level. But I think he's doing well this season for Leeds. To be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't get any money at Norwich, did he?
No, he didn't.
It was almost they were happy to go up, get the Prem money, come down, get the parachute payments, go up again, and come back down. And the club's probably set for life now. But
didn't Norwich start quite well when Pookie was scoring loads of goals? And they were a reasonable start.
Yeah, didn't they beat City in one of the first games or something, and everyone got excited, but then they quickly dropped.
Yeah, I hope he gets the season, regardless if we stay up or go down. Looking at the table at the moment, I think there's 3 worst teams in that league, which is quite good.
Yeah, I think it's early to say, but I definitely think Wolves are down. Forest for me. I know Dacius took over, but I can't see where they suddenly get out of it.
And West Ham on Friday night looked absolutely abject. We're established Prem team They were shocking.
I mean, I think
Fair play.
they'll have a go at getting out of it, well, especially in January. If they think they're going down,
That's what I mean. I think they'll have the money and the contacts and I think as a London club, you're more likely to get more players to come and play for you as well, potentially.
Yeah. Wolves, like you say, do look a mess, don't they? They're all arguing with fans of the night, weren't they?
Well, they were tonight, this Friday morning, obviously, when they conceded first. And when they conceded, the players were arguing with each other. And that's just not a good sign.
That was strange, giving the manager a brand new contract after, was it 6-7 defeats or something? And just give him another 3-year contract. It's like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, just a good little run at end of last season, didn't it, to keep them up there? They win about 5 or 6 games in a row and got out of it. And then, but other than that, they've been awful, haven't they, really?
Yeah.
But good, I hope they keep him and I hope they continue being awful.
I expect everyone below us at the weekend to get beat because Burnley have got Arsenal, Fulham have got Wolves, Forest have got Man United, and then West Ham have got Newcastle. I don't see them winning any of them.
No.
Yeah.
We've got a lovely trip to Brighton, which we haven't won at for donkeys.
And I don't think we've even scored there at that stadium, have we?
Well, I take a draw already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the 3 got promoted from the Championship for me will stay up. And it would be good for the league if that happened, to be fair.
It would. I don't think all 3 will.
Do you not? Oh,
no.
Yeah. I think 3 we talked about who could go down, including West Ham. There's a strong possibility.
You're saying Burnley then? You're saying Burnley?
Well, if you're saying those 3 are really bad, Burnley at least are fighting and getting some results.
They are, but we'll be down there. We've got to run now. If we don't beat, we've got Brighton and Forest next couple of games, and then after that we've got Villa, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, whoever up to play in Sunderland at Christmas, and it's not a good run. I don't expect us to get many points.
Those are the games I want, though. I want the Man United, I want the Chelsea, I want the City.
Yeah, and like we did when Leeds were up there last time, you can win those games. You can beat a Liverpool or a Man City.
You raise your game, don't you?
Chelsea. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Pressure's off on those games as well, isn't it? It's almost given that you're going to get beat, so just go out and no pressure and hopefully get something.
Yeah, see, it's optimism for Leeds.
Oh yeah,
this season. I like it.
When was that? That was 2 weeks ago. The optimism show, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. And we need to get Dan on to see how optimistic he is about Leeds this season. Because I think if he's optimistic, then bloody hell, we're definitely onto something.
Well, Dan's moved into his new house now, and he's just sat around paint pots or something. So
good stuff. And is the Wi-Fi better? So we could go get him on.
Who knows? I don't know. It's just linking a series of paint pots.
Cool. Well, fingers crossed. We'll get Dan back very, very shortly. And Stu, next question for me. I think I'm going to keep this one. See how long it lasts. But if you're not going to bed just yet, what do you do on an evening before you go to bed?
Normally down the gym.
Oh, right.
So get home, walk the dogs, sort them out. Wife comes home. I'll bug off to the gym for a couple of hours. Then just literally sit on the sofa. So I'll be normally going to bed in about 20 minutes because I get up at 4:30 for work.
Wow.
So yeah, this is a late one for me.
So when the pod goes out on a Friday morning, you've been up hours.
Yeah, so I was in central London this morning by 7:10.
Wow.
2-hour drive up from the coast.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
Good stuff. Well, so yeah. And has anyone got any homework questions for Stu? We're going back to the kind of the season 1 approach on this stuff. But yeah, has anyone got any questions for Stu as he's on this week?
Well, what's your favourite Leeds memory, Stu?
Favourite Leeds memory? I think recent would be Hernandez. That was just a swan song sort of thing, that goal, and against, I think it was against Brentford.
Well, that's to keep us in the Prem.
Yeah, no, to go up.
Oh,
Swansea.
Swansea.
Well, they're all pissed, weren't they?
Yeah, so that was pretty good. The O'Leary years when we were in Europe, they were good, like the Milans and the Barcelona games, and On a Tuesday night, I used to have to drive sort of 15 miles to the nearest pub showing Leeds games, so they wouldn't show them where we grew up. So I had to drive over to the next town, watch the game, come home for 10, half 10.
Mm.
They were good. Yeah, those.
Good stuff. Steve, have you got a question?
Yes, I've got a good one because we like to promote some beef. Who have you got beef with in the league?
Hey.
Who's your rival in the championship this season?
Everybody at the moment. No one really. Not really. No.
We're just a nice bunch in the championship, aren't we? Let's be honest.
Yes, everyone can beat everyone. It's quite happy, and there's never any slating, apart from Colin, Lee when they play each other.
Yeah.
Alistair and Joe.
Yeah, they're definitely starting a bit of friendly beef, which is good.
No beef.
Yeah. Championship's the place to be, I keep saying.
Will I be there next year?
You'll love it. You'll love
I won't be.
Dude.
Stu could be up or down. We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, I can see Division 1 being the place next season.
To be fair, in the championship, you could 2 losses or 2 wins. You could be at either end of the. It is quite tight, isn't it, at the moment still? So we shall see.
Let's see on Saturday.
Yes.
And I know the answers. Have you ever met the lesser spotted David Batty, Stu?
I have, yes.
Oh.
You've been speaking to Andrew.
I think you've told me actually.
Did I? Yeah, he used to live near Silverstone, so he was a big bike fan. Him and his entourage turned up one day in the local pub I drank in, all pissed up. He was Bobby Big Bollocks. So yeah, don't ever meet your heroes. So it was completely random. And, yeah, something you live with.
Right, shall we do the 90-second classic ChatGPT quiz? Stu, what's your football knowledge like?
Not great. We'll soon find out.
Well, the average, we've brought this back for a couple of people this season. I think we're getting about 4 or 5, I think is the average score. So that's kind of the standard's a little bit better than last season, I think, on ChatGPT. So Steve will time for 90 seconds and Chris will keep score this week. Okay. So yes, and after 90 seconds, we'll do the usual mastermind thing. At 90 seconds, Steve will shout something possibly related to this week's pod. And I will, if I've started a question, if I've started, I will finish, etc., etc. Are you ready to start? The clock will start when I ask the first question.
Okay.
Cool. Right. And we'll see what ChatGPT throws up this week. Which club won the first UEFA Champions League under its new name in 1993?
Oh, God. Barcelona.
It was Marseille. Who won Euro 1992 in a surprise triumph?
Oh, God. Greece.
It was Denmark. Who was the top scorer at the 2002 World Cup?
Rivaldo. Probably
it was
not.
Ronaldo. Close. Hit the post with that one. Who won the Ballon d'Or a record 8 times?
Good God, I'm rubbish. Messi.
Yes, it was Messi. Which player is nicknamed CR7?
Ronaldo.
Yes.
Anyone.
Same answer. Which club won the 2022 FIFA Club World Cup?
No idea. Paris Saint-Germain.
Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Who was the first African player to win the Premier League Golden Boot?
Drogba?
It was Didier Drogba, yes. Who managed Chelsea to their first Champions League title in 2012?
Mourinho.
It was Roberto Di Matteo. Which player won the Golden Boot at Euro 2008?
Oh God. No idea.
It was David Villa from Spain. And which country won Euro 2004?
You're not my brother.
Amazing.
Who won 2000? France.
It was Greece. You mentioned them earlier.
Oh, I got
Never
two.
mind.
That was
Never
shocking.
mind. It wasn't shocking. I think you did all right. You got a few there. Jersey Chris, what was the final score?
It was a respectable 3.
Yes, that's a
Three.
decent score, yeah. I thought you got more than 3 for some reason, but there you go. Good stuff. So thank you for that. We're going to, as it's Halloween, we're going to do one more thing before we wrap up this week's pod, and everyone can take part. It's called Trick or Tweet, Footballers Edition, you see. And I think we did this last year. I seem to think I've definitely done this before. Or I either did it on radio or something. But yes, I'm going to give you a tweet, and you have to tell me if it was a real tweet or if it was a trick. Essentially, just shout out. So the first tweet is some kids came trick or treating. I gave them Kit Kats. Is that a trick or is that a tweet from Romelu Lukaku?
I think that's
A tweet.
a tweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a tweet as well.
It is a tweet. Well done. You are right. Just saw a ghost in my hotel room. Not sure if it was the Champions League trophy I never won. Is that a trick or is it a tweet?
Trick.
Yeah, trick.
It is a trick. Made up for the quiz. Ha ha, says ChatGPT. They obviously thought they were really funny with that one. Hi, Rio. Do you want picking up in the morning, pal? Is that a trick or is it a tweet?
That's a
Tweet.
tweet. And
Do
that's
you know who did
Rooney.
it?
Rooney.
It was Rooney. You're right. It is true. I'm not saying I'm Batman, but have you ever seen us in the same room?
Tweet.
You think it's a
Trick.
tweet?
Yeah, I'm going to tweet.
It is a tweet. Do you know who it was by?
Is it a footballer? Yeah.
Yeah, it could only be one person, really.
Zlatan.
It was Zlatan.
Yeah.
And I love Halloween. It's the only time I can wear a mask and not get booked.
Obviously, that's a tweet.
I've got a trick.
Tweet.
It is a trick. Ha ha, made up for the quiz. ChatGPT is having a ball this morning. And the last one, which is a bit sinister, but it is Halloween. I hope you all die. Is that a trick or is it a tweet?
A trick.
Tweet.
Yeah, I'll go tweet. It's probably, tweet.
It is a tweet from Marvin Morgan. Don't know who he I don't recall the name. And he was
relation.
He's no relation. He was booed by his own fans and then tweeted after the game, I hope you all die, allegedly, according to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So there you go. Don't know who he is. He could have played Sunday League somewhere and ChatGPT's picked it up.
He's got beef though, hasn't he?
He's got issues. I think it's fair. It's a bit deeper than beef. And yes, so that was Trick or Tweet, and you'll be pleased to know we only play that once a year on Halloween. So yes, thank you very much for joining us on this week's pod, Stu. Did you enjoy that? Was that okay this Friday morning?
That was great. Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming, and we wish you all the best of luck, of course, this season. Apart from the weeks that you play me, of course, but I think you'll stay in the Championship. It's a good place to be, and obviously we naturally wish Leeds well every single game because of the vast majority of people who support Leeds on this pod. Thanks again.
As we do Middlesbrough, Jamie.
As we do Middlesbrough. Well, yes, who have we got this weekend? We're away at Watford, which is another place Middlesbrough have a lousy record. So
You'll win. You'll be fine.
I'll keep my fingers crossed it happens. But anyway, thanks to you, Jersey Chris. Thanks to you, Steve. As ever, they think it's all over. It is for another week. But enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Get out of my podcast.